Today I promised you a shortcut way of remembering how to do this so you don't have to write it out every time. We've always talked about, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, and we use PEMDAS as a mnemonic for it. We have a mnemonic for this process. It's a very popular one. Most everybody will remember this one. A popular mnemonic memory device for multiplying two binomials mentally is called the FOIL method. That is capital F, capital O, capital I, capital L. It stands for multiply the first terms, then multiply the outside terms, multiply the inside terms. You have to add the inside and outside. And last of all, multiply the last terms. FOIL. F stands for first. F-I-R-S-T. O stands for outside. O-U-T-S-I-D-E. I stands for inside. I-N-S-I-D-E. And L stands for last. L-A-S-T. Now I've drawn a kind of a diagram here to show you what I'm talking about when I'm talking about first. In these parentheses, there's a first and a last term. This has a first and a last term. The first terms are these right here. They're the first ones that come in there, in the parentheses. The last terms are the two that are not first. They're the ones that are last, in the parentheses. Now, when you come to outside and inside, we call these are on the outside. These are on the inside. Now we're going to use the FOIL method, and I'm going to ask you to write out the steps today. We will get away from writing out the steps, but today we're going to write it out. First of all, we're going to take the first ones. Our first ones are 3x times 5x. 3x times 5x. 3 times 5 is 15. X times x is x squared. Now we're going to do our outside. Our outside, I drew the outside bracket here. That means we're going to take 3x plus 1. 3x plus 1 is plus 3x. Now let's do the inside ones. I've drawn brackets here for the inside. 2 times 5x is 10x. Now let's do our last. Last is 2 times positive 1, which is plus 2. Now let's combine these two terms in the middle. We get 15x squared. 3 plus 10 is 13x. And plus 2. We have completed our first multiplication of binomials by using the FOIL method. On number 2, first in this parentheses is x. First in this parentheses is 2x. X times 2x is 2x squared. Outside, these are the ones that are on the outside. X times negative 4 gives us negative 4x. Inside, these are the inside ones. 2x times 9 is positive 18x. Last, the 9, positive 9 times negative 4 is negative 36. We have 2x squared. When we put into our calculator negative 4 plus 18, we get positive 14x minus 36. On number 3, first. The first ones are x times 2x. 2 times 1 is 2x squared. Outside, x times negative 5 is negative 5x. Inside, positive 4 times positive 2x is positive 8x. Last, 4 times negative 5 is negative 20. We get 2x squared. Negative 5 plus 8 is a positive 3x minus 20. On number 4, first, x times x is x squared. Outside, x times positive 6 is plus 6x. Inside, negative 6 plus x is negative 6x. Last, negative 6 times positive 6 is negative 36. We get x squared. And when we take a positive 6 and subtract 6, we get 0. And 0 times x is 0. So we do not write those down. Those two cancel each other out. So it's x squared minus 36. Okay, on the next one, we're taking 2x. First is 2x times 2x. 2 times 2 is 4. X times x is x squared. We take a 2x times a positive 6 for our outside ones. And that gives us a positive 12x. Our inside ones, we have a positive 6 times 2x, which is positive 12x. Last is 6 times 6, which is plus 36. So we have 4x squared. 12 plus 12 is 24, plus 24x, plus 36. On number 6, first, 2x times 2x is 4x squared. 2x times negative 3 is negative 6x. Negative 3 times 2x is negative 6x. Negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. So we get 4x squared. Negative 6 minus 6 is going to give us minus 12x plus 9. Number 7. We take 5x. First is 5x times 5x. 5 times 5 is 25. X times x is x squared. Now we're going to take outside 5x times positive 2, which is positive 10x. Inside, negative 2 times 5x is negative 10x. Last, negative 2 times positive 2, which is negative 4. 25x squared plus 10 minus 10 gives us a 0. We do not write that down. They cancel each other out. So we get 25x squared minus 4. This is known as the difference of two squares. We'll talk about that later. Okay? On the next one, we have this squared. That means we're going to take 2x minus 4 times 2x minus 4. And you probably need to write this out so you remember how to do it. We take the first, 2x times 2x, gives us 4x squared. We do our outside, 2x times negative 4, it's negative 8x. We do the inside, negative 4 times 2x, which is another net minus 8x. Our last, negative 4 times negative 4 is plus 16. We get 4x squared. Negative 8 minus 8 is a negative 16x plus 16. Now, you're going to have some with some fractions in it. Don't let it get you excited because they're not all that complicated. Same thing. First, y times y is y squared. Outside, y times negative 3/4 is negative 3/4 x. Inside, positive 1/4 times y is plus 1/4 x. Y, not x. Okay. Sorry about that. That should be a y. Okay, and then take your calculators and take a 1/4 times negative 3/4, and you'll get negative 3/16. Now we have our y squared. In your calculator, put a negative 3/4 plus 1/4. That gives you negative 2/4, which will simplify to be a negative 1/2 y minus 3/16. On number 10, when we take 2y times 3y, we get 6y squareds. Outside, 2y times positive 1/2. 2 times 1/2 is 1, so we get plus 1y. Inside, negative 2/3 times 3 gives us a minus 2y. Last, negative 2/3 times 1/2 is negative 1/3. We get 6y squared. 1 minus 2 is negative 1y, or minus y, minus 1/3. Now, on your second day, you're going to have a problem like this, and I didn't have an example like this. And since I won't be in the classroom to help you through this, I put it on the paper. If I take an x squared times an x squared, we add those exponents. We get x to the 4th power. X squared times x squared gives us x to the 4th power. X squared times negative 3 for our outside is negative 3x squared. Positive 5 times x squared is plus 5x squared. Positive 5 times negative 3 is minus 15. So we get x to the 4th power. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2x squared plus 2x squared minus 15. Next week, we will go and work these backwards. We will go from our answer and find, it's called factoring, find these factors up here. Have a great week.